Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Robert Kelly, aka the Dude, aka the King of Zoom. Thanks for checking out the Calta and Kelly YouTube page. We hope you like what we're putting up there. Make sure you go to patreon.com/Robert Kelly and sign up over there, because every week we put a show, an extra show. Friday show, only Patreon. And we also have the JO party on Saturday night, only Patreon. That means you, all the fans, get to come into a Zoom and hang out with us and all the other ladybugs. And it's a blast. So we also let you watch all the shows live. YKWD live, all the Calta and Kelly's live, unedited, all go on the Patreon. And you also get the 10-minute extra YKWD every week goes on there, along with Live from the Shed, one-on-ones, Tech Talk with Bobby and Friends. There's so much content up there. And you know what? It's all for what? A price of a cup of coffee. $5 get you in the door. And you're going to love it. So make sure you go over there, patreon.com/Robert Kelly. And here's another little thing I want you to do. If you like this content we're putting up, subscribe and like. That's it. Just hit the little button, subscribe, so you know when we got a new show out, and then like it so we know you like what we're doing. Okay? That's it. Patreon.com/Robert Kelly. Subscribe and like. Now, enjoy the show.
Are you ready to downsize? At Tiny Homes of Maine, our team works together to design and construct any custom mobile space unique to you, all while working within your budget. Contact us today at tinyhomesofmaine.com. We're committed to you.
They're #1 best friends, almost 1,000 pounds of funny. They're here to entertain you, not because Bobby needs the money. In this place you'll laugh right down from your belly. So get in here, you half a queer. It's time for Calta and Kelly.
That's for you. Ooh.
Are you sipping?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's the Calta and Kelly show. Off to an awkward start. I'm Mike Calta. My friend Robert Kelly is here. Mush is here.
Hello.
And the human doll, Joe Machi.
Human doll, that's the best you could do, Calta. You're gonna have to bring it, my friend.
I wasn't trying to insult you. You have the face of you have a face of one of those dolls that my mother collects.
Oh, wait. Some sort of gnome, a cherub?
Cherub-like, yes. That definitely wasn't an insult. It's more of a familiar soft face.
Fair enough.
The door behind him looks like he's wearing an earring.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
He looks
great.
like
We've finally had a bit of a break in the weather. It's not freezing.
What do you got there, Bob? What are you chewing on?
I'm sorry.
It's somewhat an appropriate time to start eating.
This is one of the things that you introduced me to. This is fat guy healthy food called an egg bite. You get at Starbucks. Hello, for all you perverts.
I thought you meant wet mouth sounds on the microphone.
Joe, you got to move your head a little bit. You look like a fucking disco club owner from. There you go. There you go. Machi, how are you, buddy?
Hanging in there. Looking forward to the cellar opening up pretty soon.
I thought it opened up.
I mean, for like the regular scheduled shows. April 2nd.
Do you remember when we used to go there every night and do shows, and then on weekends a lot of shows?
Yeah, that was fun.
Now look at you. Both of you sitting home just gaining weight, waiting. Bobby literally gaining weight in front of us as this show goes on. Joe is the first guest I had in my home studio to call me out for not wearing shoes.
Why?
He just looked under the table and he was like, I noticed you didn't bother to put shoes on today.
Machi.
It was a pretty sweet setup, though. Glorious house.
Thank you.
I would do the show from home all the time.
Oh, I'm never going back. This is it. The construction guys are working on knocking a wall down and doubling the size. Next time you come back, it'll be a palace in here.
Oh, sweet.
of course, I was looking at stuff online today, so now I have to have one of those secret doors. Like I want my, it's gonna look like a. Well, don't make like you noise like you just smelled something. You're like,
I didn't make a noise. Did I make a noise? I made a face.
I heard.
Now it looks like a sideways earring.
Why don't you like my secret door?
Stupid doorknob. Oh.
It's not that I don't like a door, but why do you? I don't understand how you're going to have a secret door to where.
All right, I'll explain it to you. Now, Joe came in. He came up my driveway through the door to get into the garage. Then when you open the garage, you walk in, and then you go into the door to get in the studio. Well, now we're putting a wall, so when you walk in the garage, straight ahead of you is at the wall, and I'm gonna put stuff on that wall, shelving or whatever, to make it look just like a garage wall. But then you pull it, and it opens up, and that's how you get in the studio.
So you have 3 doors to your garage.
I have 3 garage doors that go up. Yes.
Okay, so between the single garage door and the double garage door, a wall's going up.
Yes.
So it will look like just a double garage door.
Yes.
And then when you open that will be, is that going to be a sitting area, like a waiting area?
No.
For people to go into the studio, like a real studio, or is that going to be still, like a bunch of shit that you bought to fill a hole of loneliness that never got filled and you'll never use? Is that stuff still going to be there?
I threw away a lot of most of that stuff. I watched a lot of Hoarders, and I realized it was time to get rid of a lot of stuff.
What did you throw away?
Oh, a lot of wrestling memorabilia. Things we don't need.
Why do you feel you need a secret room, though? Are people after you? Are you in trouble?
I was poor when I was a kid, so now I have to do all the fun stuff that I couldn't afford to do when I was little. Like if I could figure out how to put a pole from this room to upstairs, I'm doing it.
That'd be pretty sweet to have a fireman's pole.
It would be pretty sweet, but I also think I'd go straight to the hospital after the first one.
After the first hot young guy came down it, you'd have to go right to the hospital.
There'll be no hot young guys, just fat old guys going down that pole.
Hey, but can I ask a question? Because I know the layout of your house. So if you open that secret door that you have, so it looks like just a wall with stuff on it, like a regular garage. Then you open that's a secret door. Wouldn't it be nice to go in and there's a little couch and there's a little, maybe a little refrigerator, so that before they go into the studio, because if you're live, you don't want people just walking in. Couldn't they just sit down and wait, like in your real studio, in the little hall there? There's a couch and.
Yeah, I don't really, I don't want you to have to sit out in my garage, and I'm not going to put a room within a room. I'm maximizing the amount of the space in the studio so that we could all be in here. We're not all sitting on top of each other. Yeah,
when I went over this summer, I was sitting in your garage and I was thirsty. That's a good idea, Bobby.
I have a refrigerator in here, Joe. You didn't ask for a beverage. I would have got you a beverage.
I thought you should have offered.
You're not that high caliber of a guest that I have to actually bring in food.
Joe Machi.
I would have walked you in my kitchen and said, Joe, whatever you would like.
I could have taken stuff from your garage, but I didn't.
I wish people would. I wish this would be a thing, like a gimmick. Everybody steals something on the way out.
It's a pocket full of baseballs.
Yeah. How much would I love it behind Joe? There was some Mike Calta memorabilia hanging on the wall from your garage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is unannounced, and we're very excited about it. As you notice behind him, Joe Machi has a guitar, and he's going to sing us a little song. Here we go. Joe Machi.
Oh, no, I'm not going to song.
Yay. Let's hear it.
Guys, just happen to be here, guys. I'm not singing a song. Oh, boy.
Oh, come on. You can do it.
I don't have any songs to sing about Mike Calta. Maybe some songs about this DJ who's always gunning for you, but it's still a work in progress. I don't have it.
I'm not gunning for. I like you. You're a little sensitive.
I am sensitive,
but I like you. I know. I'm never gunning for you.
Joe, do you know?
Not be sensitive.
Do you understand how excited he was yesterday when he was like, "Oh, Joe Machi's on tomorrow"? He was so excited, and I was like, "Why?"
Exactly the conversation that happened.
Well, when you're dealing with Bobby Kelly as the co-host, I guess it's not hard to get excited about a guest.
Oh, I love every day. I see Bobby. I get butterflies when I see Bobby every day.
That hurt my feelings, Joe. And if that's the type of guy you've become in this fucking pandemic, it's sad. That's the saddest thing that's
I'm
happened.
bitter, Bobby. I'm bitter.
Yeah, Joe's take no prisoners now.
I can't go outside.
Bobby, have you ever seen Joe's girlfriend?
She is a delight.
That's what I hear, but he refuses to let me see any pictures of her.
I can show you a picture of her.
Please don't. She will kill me.
Why? What is she hiding? That she's your girlfriend?
She doesn't want to be involved in anything public.
Nobody sees this. This isn't on the air. This is on the internet.
I realize that very few people will see this, but she her Instagram to private. Some people don't want any, sometimes people don't want any of that. So I have to respect that. And if I don't, I'm in big trouble.
Can you text it to me? No?
I can send it to you right now.
I'm dying.
Can I bring it up?
No, don't show it on the.
Please don't. Please do not do that.
Just bring it up real quick.
I wouldn't do that to you, Joe. If you see anybody, everybody's like, I was afraid you were going to say something. If you ever come in the studio and you go, hey, do me a favor, just don't say anything about that. I would never do that to you. To you. A lot of other people I would probably do that to. So maybe don't tell me.
Let me see. Okay, here it is.
No, I'm not. I have no control over this, Joe. Did you find it?
Yeah. I was loading. Bing, bang, boom. There you go. Beautiful. I mean, geez. I don't know why you'd be ashamed.
I'm not ashamed. She should be ashamed.
I think she is ashamed.
I don't know why you would be ashamed of this.
Will you be getting married, Joe?
I don't have plans to get married in the near future.
There you go.
I knew it. It's exactly what I was picturing.
She's a beautiful gal.
She's so, I mean, you know what I mean?
I can understand why
you couldn't understand.
Why you'd want to keep her hidden from the world.
No, Joe's girlfriend is fucking very pretty. Exactly what you think Joe would have.
No,
yeah.
That's nothing like I think Joe would have. But I believe that she is gorgeous, but I don't believe Joe. Anyway. Why have you no plans to get married, Joe? What is the end game?
I'd like to get married at some point, just not right now.
I think we said just not.
We're both too busy in our careers. Also, I don't love weddings. I don't. To me, that's the worst part.
Then don't have a wedding.
When it's the actually having to do that.
Go just sign the paperwork.
Yeah. That'd make a lot of people mad.
That's true. I bet your parents look just like you.
Not really. Not really. My dad's Sicilian, so he's pretty dark skinned. My mom's Irish, so she's pretty light skinned. So I'm kind of a mix.
Joe, can I be honest with you?
Please do, Bobby.
You're a mystery.
Please don't.
You're a mystery.
I'm a mystery, an enigma.
You're a mystery to me.
What's going on up here?
There's nobody like you. Where I need to do a little research on you right now, if you don't mind. Just a couple questions. Where are you from originally?
I grew up in State College, Pennsylvania.
And now you seem like, to me, I mean, your face seems very angelic, very nice, but I would imagine you're very tough, like a wrestler or something, or some type of sports. You did some type of sports and you accidentally murdered somebody with your strength. And then you went totally clean. Like, I'm never going to do that again. Something like that happened.
You can't prove any of that, Bobby.
It was just a hamster that his friend kept in his pocket.
Life's a fragile thing. Just be careful. No, I've never murdered anyone on purpose or by accident.
Manslaughter.
I've never manslaughtered anyone either.
But were you in sport? You were into sports or something, right?
I played basketball 9th grade. I ran track mostly to have practice talking to other people my own age. I really, I was not that interested in it, you know.
What an appropriate sport to meet other people, the one where you're running away from each other.
Well, it helps. I can always say, I need to practice if there's a lull in the conversation. Just get right out there.
Why do you not like weddings, Joe?
Wait.
Oh,
How do you start a conversation during track? I'm sorry.
Oh, how do I start? That's the thing. It's like, I was like, hey, guys, how's it going? And if they snub me, I just run. Perfect sport.
How about these laps?
Man, slippery track today, huh, guys? Okay. Take care, guys.
I think Crumbum is right. I think Joe's in the CIA. I think this
right now, this is like my track conversations. I don't know what's going on.
I think Joe is in some type of, I think Joe is a killer. I think he's yes, exactly. Joe is in the CIA. He's probably around, he's older than he looks, right? He's way older than he looks. He probably has been in the CIA for years, and he's in the comedy scene because something's going on.
It gives me an excuse to travel to exotic locations for short periods of time. But I'll tell you what, people have told me, Bobby, that I'd be a terrible spy because I'm too nervous. But like that means I would be the best spy because no one would expect a spy that when they asked, "Are you a spy?" and they peed a little, they'd be like, "Well, that guy's a spy," you know.
Yeah,
I love Herb said Joe Machi is a low key proud boy.
Low key proud boy.
Oh, all right. So you guys get to go. The Comedy Cellar's opening back up in April.
Yeah, April 2nd. They're letting us open a third capacity.
That's pretty good.
So you're gonna fit like they got a whole bunch of different rooms. So you run 3 rooms. That's like one full room.
No, it's not.
I'm trying to be optimistic here, Bobby. I know it's not. It's people trying to go to a room that's a third full. You know that from experience.
Touche, you little cutie patootie. Hey, that's the one thing about Joe. He's the nicest guy ever, but he slices deep. He's been I'm telling you, at the table some nights we'll come down and we'll start to gang up on Machi, and he'll just sit there and take it, and then he'll fucking nail you with a real humdinger of a fucking doozy. And then he goes, "Okay, I gotta go," and he just takes off. That's where the track and field came in.
I'm like a caged tiger. I'm like, you smell bad, and then I got to go to my beautiful girlfriends.
I try to see in my head when I have a guest to try and figure out how they got here. And that's the enigma with Joe, is that I can't figure out, like, he seems like he doesn't have enough confidence to get up there and do an open mic, but somehow he must have done a lot of them. You know what?
The great thing about stand-up is if you fail a whole bunch of times in a row, it stops hurting nearly as much as, you know, it can only hurt so many times before you start to get used to it.
I don't know. I opened for Bobby.
Question for Bobby.
Well, that's the same thing with anal sex, right, Joe?
What?
You heard me. You heard me.
Joe's best friends with who? Sam Tripoli?
Sam
Morrell.
Sam
Morrell, and
no, Sam Tripoli's funny.
Wow.
Sam Morrell, him, and what's the other guy?
Phil Hanley.
Phil Hanley had a great podcast called Keeping Joe. The whole concept was, when we started it on Riotcast, Joe did not want to do the podcast. He was like, "I don't want to do it." And they were like, "Well, let's just try it for 1 week, and you guys try to keep Joe on the podcast." And every week they would do a podcast, and they would try to keep, hopefully Joe would be like, "All right, I'll come back next week." It was hilarious. They had songs. They were viciously mean, very funny. And then one day Joe just didn't show up.
No, Sam thought he had other things to do. He was mostly out west So Sam actually he hoodwinked me. He was the one that was the one who said we should probably stop doing it because none of us could be in studio.
Oh, it's Sam. I thought it was you.
No, I was like,
Is that when Sam thought he had heat?
Yeah, that's when Sam thought he was going somewhere.
Is it good Instagram videos?
Yeah, then the pandemic kind of put the brakes on Sam's career before society did.
He started that podcast with Stavros, and lightning didn't strike twice.
Yeah, and he was doing one. He was doing all those Instagram videos about new comedian in new relationships. That was funny.
I feel like you got out at a good time, Joe. I feel like you got out. You knew you got out at the right time.
I got out. Yeah.
Yeah, because Sam left, and then Liz left, and then it was just you two, and then the pandemic started, and that's when we stopped.
Yeah, I mean, the pandemic came. It was perfect time to stop doing a podcast when you couldn't be in the same room, right when all the podcasts went to Zoom anyway.
I like it better when we do it this way.
You do?
Yeah, Bob, if you lived around the corner, we'd still probably do it on Zoom.
I feel like there's too much of a delay. Like I'm still waiting for some of the laughs.
Yeah, we know. So isn't your audience.
You got me good, Bobby. Oh, you better watch out.
Listen, I'd probably do it if I lived right around the corner. I'd come into the studio. I'd go through the secret door. Why wouldn't I want to use that secret door?
No, because you mocked it in the beginning.
I did not mock it. I just didn't understand where you were putting a secret door in.
You're not missing anything, Bobby. There's no fridge.
Yeah.
There's no.
Also, it's supposed to be a secret.
He won't offer. He doesn't even put on shoes.
For some guests, I do.
He doesn't even stay awake for this one. So at least he was awake for your show.
That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. This is my most alert hour of the day, and I do 4 other hours.
Wow.
Hey, Joe, where are you right now, by the way?
I'm in an undisclosed location, Bobby.
Yeah, he's in the CIA. I mean, dude, that's a safe house right now. I guarantee he just fucking defused a bomb in Germany somewhere, and he got chased there in 4 dudes in Audi trucks. And his car he had a little car that went over a bridge into the water, but he swam for 13 minutes holding his breath because he learned that in training, and he's in his safe house right now. That's why that hoodie, like he just got out of wet clothes and just put that on.
Nondescript walls.
Yes. You have a nondescript face.
Wow.
Said you look like you're inside of a freezer.
Yeah, I don't think that I could fit through the door behind Joe. Like that's not an entryway door, is it?
It's an entryway door. We got the lock and everything. It's a regular door. I think these cameras make things look narrower the further you get back.
Believe me, they don't. Look at me.
Mackie Gruber. Oh man,
Mackie Gruber.
Mackie Gruber. There you go. What is that? Your apartment?
Yeah, I'm at my apartment
in New York City. So you're staying, right?
I'm sorry?
You're staying in New York.
Yeah, I live right across the river in Jersey.
You live in Jersey?
Yeah. You're in Jersey too, aren't you, Bobby?
No, I'm in Westchester. I would never move. I would never move to that shit state. That's where Voss lives. I don't move. I don't move where Voss. I don't move where Norton came from, and Voss lives.
It's Voss. Voss lives in Jersey. Right? I get you two confused a lot.
Yeah, I do the same thing with you and Jessica Kirshen.
You rat watch yourself. I guess Jessica does kill all the time.
Does he?
Pizza.
This is the weird part about Joe, especially when you've had him on the show. When you've had him on the show a couple of times, You never know. Like I feel like if I got to keep going at all, I got to just keep talking and talking, or Joe will just stare me down. I think you could out uncomfortable silence me.
Let's try right now. Let's see if we can do it. Ready? Go.
No, I can't do it.
Look at the camera. Just look at the camera. No, look at him. Yeah, there. The longer you look at Joe, the prettier of a woman he becomes. Now he's angry. Now he looks like an angry mom.
I was going to slowly start taking off my clothes, and then I realized this will live forever on the internet.
Yes.
So I stopped.
That silence didn't bother me at all. I'm as comfortable as a waterbed salesman.
Joe, how have you been surviving during this?
I've been working as much as I can. I started going back on the road in June, but as you know, there's a lot of clubs still aren't open and a lot of reduced capacity. So you're taking less money. There's less gigs, and there's more big comedians that are back in the clubs because a lot of theaters still aren't open. So you'll be at a club in the week before Brian Regan was there, and I'm like, man, that guy could sell out theaters, and he's back in the clubs. It's just it really turned the whole world on its head. But I was lucky. I was about to buy a house before the lockdown, and I didn't. But I ended up spending a lot of that down payment money just to get by.
Wow. You and the undisclosed girlfriend were going to buy a house together, but you won't get married?
Yeah, we were looking into it.
It's a way bigger commitment than getting married is.
I guess in a lot of ways that's true.
Yeah, because when you're married and you don't like her, you can just get divorced. When you own property with her and you don't like her, then you just have to secretly have her killed. That's the easiest way to get out of it. Listen to me. If you decide that you hate her and you can't, not just her, I'm just saying in general, this goes for everybody. If you decide that you're married and you hate the person you're married to, before you let everybody know, just take her on a camping trip. Just take her to.
How are things going with your wife, Mike?
Fantastic. We will have no camping in our future, no Niagara Falls trips, no Montana, nothing where it would be just her and I, and she has an awful accident. So we're good. But that's what I have kids. If she was ever like, I'm leaving you, I'm taking half your shit and the kids, I'd be like, that's horrible. Let's go in the mountains and talk about it. And for sure, I would give her the old heave-ho right off the side. It'd be so much easier than it would be to go fight it out in court. I know it's probably not smart to say in case I ever actually have to do it. I'm just banking on us staying married.
Yeah, but all Joe has to do is break a lease. So,
right.
I mean, it's not worth murdering somebody. Hey,
right now.
Yeah, right now.
Right now. Yeah. It gets intertwined where you're laughing now, and then all of a sudden you got kids and you've been married a couple of years and you're like, holy shit, it is easier to kill her than it would be to divorce her.
Real quick.
Seems to be the case on Forensic Files.
Fat JC brought this up.
I don't know.
Joe Maggie looks like one of the girl and one of the guys.
I think she looks more like a guy than Joe does.
I mean, I hate to say this now, but that movie, I love her.
As a girl, or you love her as the guy?
I love her. My favorite part was when she was the guy, and then she whipped out a Gazoobies in the when she goes, I got to show you something. She whips them out. I must have watched that so many times. And here's the thing: is back when I was diddling myself to that, you didn't have rewind, you didn't have stop, you didn't have record. You had to watch that show and stay with it through the whole thing, and then prepare for that moment and be ready, and then bang, and then boom, and then it's over. If you missed your opportunity. Are you trying to
tell me you have the only VCR with no remote control?
Dude, I didn't have a VCR back then.
What were you? Oh, you mean you were just waiting for first run on HBO?
Yeah, dude, you had first run on HBO. I mean, all those movies. Oh God.
You had HBO, but no VCR.
Yeah. Well, there was a VCR. I remember when we first got a VCR, my stepdad, Larry, won it. He had to sell like 1 million and be like the best salesman of the year. And they gave him a VCR. And he brought it home like the lamp and Christmas Story.
Wow.
Like we had to gather around, and he was trying to plug it in, and we were figuring it out. And he forgot that we didn't have any tape to put in it to watch. So he had to go get a tape, and we joined a club, a membership to I remember that was a big thing where we walked in and he was like, all right, everybody pick out your movie. And we all went all over I grabbed this, and I think I grabbed Smokey and the Bandit. My sister grabbed The Exorcist, and it was like a big event. Yeah.
How many years of stand-up did you have to do before you could afford your own VCR?
One day.
3 3
3 years?
3 years, yeah.
We were so poor. My mother used to have to wait until she got her income tax check before we could buy anything big. Like 1 year we bought an Atari, 1 year we bought a VCR. And I was the only kid in the whole building who knew how to time tape. So although at all hours of the night, people would be calling me on the third floor, can you come up and set this to record Cheers for me or Dukes of Hazzard? I was running up and down, yeah. That was my job.
I remember my mom was getting divorced from the evil stepfather, not the good one, worked hard and got the VCR, the one before him. And they were divorcing, and I remember the house was empty, but we're still all living together. And he was trying to win her back. And he went, and we were the ones, we hated him. But then he got a Atari. So me and my sister came home one day, and he was just in the living room playing Atari. And we were like, what's that? It was a video game, little thing. And we were like, what does it do? And we were all like, what? And he was like, yeah, sit down. You want to play? And we're all like, I remember going to my mom going, Mom, maybe you shouldn't divorce him. Like,
he may seem mean to you, but
he might have kicked me down a flight of stairs and smashed my sister and punched you in the stomach in front of us. But you know what? Have you ever played Pong? I don't know if you've played Adventure. It's a game with a key and a dragon. And
Adventure, Pitfall.
Yeah. And she flipped out. She went in the other room. She's like, motherfucker, you're trying to turn my kids against me. She grabbed the Atari. She threw it at him. Get this the fuck out of here. Then it was just us in an apartment with nothing. I was like, fuck. I would have took a nice hot beating for another year just to get to the end of
the high score.
Yeah.
Remember when Journey had its own game?
You were going to sell out your family for this.
Oh, look at that.
I remember that game. I still love that game.
Journey had its game, Journey Escape. And it was just a repeat of the music. Dum 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 dum. All while you were playing. That's why we can't stop singing that fucking song, because it was digitized in our head when we were fucking 10.
Yeah, what was it? They had ColecoVision was good.
Intellivision.
They had Intellivision. There was another one.
Intellivision was like, we're gonna fuck the controls up. Intellivision gave us and they had like pads, and it looked like on a remote control for a TV. ColecoVision was the one that was ahead of everybody. They had the best looking graphics.
ColecoVision had the thing with the knob, and it had the numbers.
No, that was Intellivision.
Well, really?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gun shy from fucking you guys yesterday with Mush, so I'm not really gonna put my foot down on anything today.
No, Bobby is right. They both had it.
Thank you.
Oh, don't be. Joe, you still?
There was one Mush. I don't know what it was. It was it came in. It had its own monitor, and it had its own monitor.
It's not Commodore. Commodore was like a computer.
Right. I had a Commodore 64 where all I could do is I had a floppy disk that had 10 naked girl pictures on it that were digitized. And when you pressed on one, it would just go back and forth until it printed it up on the screen. It took about a half hour to see grainy titties. Which is that and track and field were all we used it for.
Grainy titties.
Oh, this is what I had. Look this up. My mom got me this Vectrex. A Vectrex.
Yeah.
They're
This is
worth right now. They're worth
Oh no.
$2,000 if you have a Vectrex.
Wow.
I had
Oh.
that.
It wasn't worth shit in the 80s though. Everybody else had ColecoVision and Atari, and Bobby's mom bought this from a guy at work who sold it out of the trunk, and she's like, "It's
No.
gonna be the next thing."
These were
No,
pretty cool.
it was actually the most expensive one because it had its own monitor. So I remember my mom bought this for me. I couldn't even understand how she got it. This is when she was divorced. She was living in the living room. We had a 2-bedroom apartment. Her bedroom was the living room. And I remember for Christmas, I opened that up and I lost my fucking mind. I was on it all day long. I don't know what happened to it, but I remember it was the fucking great. They had such cool games on that too.
I don't think
There's
I've ever
games on
actually
that weren't on anything else. All the Atari, Coleco, they had the same type of games. But that system, Vectrex, had its own original games. Those little discs only went for them, and they went in a totally different direction. It was fucking. Look at that joystick. Did you see that joystick?
Yeah.
Fucking nuts.
Yeah, you put an overlay on the screen as well.
Yes, that's right. It was fucking crazy. I actually got the box that it came in because I'm so creative, and I made a stand so it looked like an arcade game.
Nice.
So I put it inside of the box. That's what I did, Joe Machi. You can stare at me all day. I'll fucking talk about this. I don't care. You got nothing to say.
No, I mean, maybe you can bring it into Mike's secret room.
Mike, what the fuck, Mike?
Mock me. I didn't do anything. I'm complimenting him since the minute he got on the show. Vectrex. Sarah said that you should have your mom on the show. We've had Bobby's mom on the show before. Remember on Mother's Day last year?
That was one of the greatest moments of my life doing podcasting. He surprised me with my mother and my sister, and then he tried to hit on my fucking sister.
Listen, your sister and I connected instantly over the line, and then as my best friend, you should be like, it would be great to have you as my brother-in-law.
Bubby, absolutely, but don't hit on the redhead, younger redhead who's got a boyfriend. Hit on the older one with the fucking needs a kidney.
And why would I do that? I would rather just give her.
Because she needs somebody like you in her life.
I need the young redhead.
Give her one of those kidneys too. That would fucking make her live for 30 years. Your kidney.
Yeah, me too.
If you hook me up with the younger sister, I'll give the older sister a kidney.
Well, like hook you up how?
Like butt stuff.
All right, I'll ask.
It's a pretty good deal.
Oh, if my mother heard you say that, she'd be livid.
See, you say that, but you don't know what your mother really likes.
What? I know my mother doesn't like a mushy Italian guy talking about fucking her daughter in the ass.
Well, I know that, but you don't know sexually what your mother likes. You have no idea.
I hope not.
As I recall, that subject came up and she had to go.
Yes.
Yes.
You can
One
do
day,
that. You just leave.
why is Joe forced to be here?
You know, Mush, when he really likes something, he dies of an asthma attack.
Every joke, I live one day less.
So does it, Maggie.
That's why you can safely watch some Bobby Kelly headlining sets.
Wow. Yeah. Well, he says it because he knows it's not true. Joe's never been able to follow me at the cellar. I mean, let's face it.
You're usually the last guy in the late show.
Who's the easy guy to follow at the cellar, Joe?
Somebody quiet, who's a joke writer, no act outs, no loud voices, because I'm mostly a joke guy. It's harder to follow dirty, acts with a lot of low hanging fruit.
Like, give me some names. If you look at the list, you go, "Oh,
I don't want to name names. I'll just let's just say there's a comedian. We call him Poop Joke Kelly. I don't want to say any names, but
Yep.
Now, who's the guy? Who's the other guy that you used to do the podcast with?
Phil Hanley.
I
Yeah.
feel like I know him.
Yeah. They call him and Joe the boring duo. Or they call him the Bombers.
It's
And
Joe.
they call Machi Enola gay because he usually drops a nice bomb on the crowd, and because he's gay.
Has he been on the show?
Remember what I said about the low hanging fruit?
Yeah, we know you like low hanging fruit. Yeah, side queer.
He looks familiar.
Who, Joe does?
Yeah.
We've given you 19 people he looks like, including a woman.
No. I'm sorry. I have Phil Hanley.
Oh, Phil
Yeah,
Hanley.
he might have come down and done your show for Side Splitters. I know he's worked there.
Yeah, he's not. I don't think he's been on my show though.
No.
But then again, I can't remember shit. I don't know. I was thinking today. I was thinking about people that I forget that they've been on the show before.
Yeah, Phil's a Canadian comic.
Trevor, I don't think that everyone secretly wants me. I don't think it's a secret. I think the ones that do, I could tell. That's all. I didn't say Bobby's sister wanted me. We just connected.
I don't know. Are you talking to yourself right now?
I'm reading Trevor's comment.
What did it say? What is he saying?
It said Calta thinks everyone secretly wants him.
I mean, Calta does have confidence.
Yeah, I just don't think it's a secret.
You think my sister, even that dog, that bitch wants you?
Stop, Mabel.
So, Machi, what do you got going on, buddy?
Me, I'm doing bananas at the end of the month. I'm going to Fort Myers in June, but I'll tell you what, my calendar's pretty empty. I think I've worked a lot of the clubs that were open, so I just need more clubs to open back up, so I can bring home the bacon. I get paid in bacon.
You and Bobby have the same contract.
We should go headline.
This is the most awkward silence we've ever had on the show.
Hey, why is it? I don't think it's awkward. This is talking to Joe Machi. Joe Machi's he's a counter puncher. He's not
Don't be nervous around me, guys. I'm just a celebrity comedian.
It's hard. I try to put it out of my head.
I'm a down to earth guy.
Do you want to know the truth about something? You're gonna think I'm saying this to try and be funny, but there's only two other people that made me feel weird to interview them. One was Joe. The other one was Piff the Dragon, Piff the Magic Dragon. And I like that guy. He's just so fucking mean. And then the other one's that guy, Josh Blue.
Huh.
Him and Joe have very, very similar things in common.
For different reasons.
Yes.
Both make me equally uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And one's a dragon.
and one's a dragon.
When he comes to do radio, is he in the outfit?
Yes.
What, you think he's going to show up without that thing?
Oh,
Well,
it's radio. So-
We had him on right after he was on TV. And I know that Penn and Teller like him, and I like Penn and Teller. So, and then he came in the building and he wasn't dressed. And then right before he was like, I gotta go get the outfit on. So he went in the bathroom and he got dressed up, and then he came in. And he came in and he was like, "What's up?" And he sat down, and I just lost it. And he just doesn't break character the whole time. He's just an asshole while he's there, and it's hilarious. He's a good guest.
What they hate him
How
because
am I
he
like
beat
that?
Chip.
What did he do to Chip?
He beat Chip on that contest
Oh, I'm sorry.
on TV on fucking TBS or whatever fucking what is it? True fake TV. What is it called?
Yeah, last summer, the TBS Jake Sudeikis contest, because they didn't have people vote for the winner. People voted for everything except for the finals.
Oh, did he win the whole thing?
It was down to Piff and Chip, and Piff won. because TBS got to choose the winner.
Yeah, they didn't want Chip Chipperson to win that fucking thing.
Do they really want Piff the Magic Dragon to win?
Yes, he's a fucking clean act. He's on TV. Chip Chipperson, his mother gets fucked by Lyle. Oh no, not Lyle. By what's his name? Edgar. I don't know who the fuck.
Lyle.
I mean, it's just he killed his dog. I mean, there's a whole backstory there that they don't want on network TV with Chip Chipperson. I agree with him. I'm glad. If Chip Chipperson became the only thing that would make me happy, and I've said this all along, that if Chip won that and became a massive act where he was touring the country, just to know that Norton would have to tour, like pack wigs before he goes on the road as Chip.
People would be making those videos that they made about Larry the Cable Guy. Were like, he was a whole different person before he was Chip Chipperson.
Yeah, he used to have his boyfriends wear wigs.
I remember when Larry the Cable Guy was like in the late 90s when he was starting to get really huge, and I was on a country station, and Trace Atkins came in and he goes, "Man, you want to hear something that really burns my ass?" And I was like, "Sure." And he goes, "I went to meet Larry the Cable Guy the other day. I went backstage after the show, and I went on his bus. You know that some bitch don't talk like that at all." He was so mad. He was so disappointed. And when he realized his name wasn't Larry, and that even though he had 5 shirts with no sleeves, that was all costumes, he was so sad and disappointed. Like he'd built his whole life around following Larry the Cable Guy around.
Get her done.
Get her done.
Where are we going?
That could have been you, Bobby.
It's gonna be. Don't kid yourself.
That's my
It's
favorite
gonna be.
character.
If Southern Mama can do it, you can do it.
Oh my God, Southern Mama! I went on a Southern Mama fucking YouTube spiral last night.
Oh, we talked about it all morning this morning. Are you aware of Southern Mama, Joe?
No, could you tell me who that is? Some of us read.
Southern Mama is evidently a big YouTube sensation. A young white guy who does a Southern Mama character. And he bumped Bobby off a date here in Florida.
Wait a minute. No.
Serious?
He did not bump
Bobby,
me off a
don't
date.
you tell
He did
Southern
not
Mama.
bump me off a
Don't
fucking
you tell
date.
Southern Mama I didn't bump you.
They called me. They called the agency, my agency, for the date, and the LA office said it was too soon. I don't know why. They said it was too soon to book me. It's only been 8 months.
10
months, and it's like I still think that Southern Mama, I got to find out who his agent is, because if the LA office is his agent and they were like, you should have this guy, they were just fucking me out of a date to get their guy in a date.
What bothers me
I
is
want
that
to talk.
we now refer to this guy as Southern Mama like it's not even weird to say. We're like, well, if Southern Mama comes through on set, there he is. Oh, boy.
Close the damn door. Cut them eyes to me. Jimison, if it's in your hand, you better put it down. I'm coming in. You better get your ass out of that bed. I'm not going to tell you again. If I have to come in here again, I'm going to rip you out of that bed and throw you out the roof. I'm serious. I'm going to literally get you out of that bed, take you outside, put you on the roof, and then throw you off of it. You better get your ass up right now. Don't maybe come in here again.
Southern Mama. Anyway.
I can see why they booked him.
Don't steal any of those jokes, Joe.
I know you have a big raising kids chunk.
Sarah wants to launch an internal investigation into the management of Southern Mama and find out. Maybe you got a good point there, Bobby.
I don't know. It's just weird to me why my agency would say, no, it's been too soon. I haven't worked in a year. What are you talking about? I need work. I need fucking gigs. Why would you turn a gig down? It's 10 months. So I have to wait 2 more months to make it legit? What the fuck does that mean? I still got to call Matt Frost. As soon as with this podcast over, I got to call Matt.
Let's call him now. Let's just handle this all live on the air.
Well, let's call his assistant anyway.
Yeah. Let's call Matt and fucking lose my agent. for a fucking radio bit for Joe Machi, a fucking hyped up middle.
Hyped up middle. Southern Mama didn't cancel my date.
Yeah, because Southern Mama doesn't work B clubs.
Oh man.
Neither do you.
Yeah, I know. I don't. You're right.
I'm gonna go to that show.
You should go to the show. See if Joe can middle for him.
I can't middle for Southern Mama.
Sure, you could.
Hey Joe, what's the weirdest combo you ever had? Like when they were like, "Joe, we need you to go perform with these guys."
I did a show at Caroline's. It was Ed Lover's comedy showcase, and he hosted Yo MTV Rap. And the comedian before showed up late and did an hour long. So we were supposed to be the late show on a Friday, and we were supposed to start at like 1, and we ended up starting at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh.
And it was just like it was not my crowd. They played rap music to get me off the stage. And I remember thinking, oh, I'm happy to hear that rap music. It was a bomb that was so bad. I was just so happy to be off the stage. Yeah, I don't think anyone even told the DJ the sound guy. He just made that decision on his own.
Did you see we did this today? It was I don't remember what it was from, a national news story. They voted on who the greatest, the funniest stand-up comedian of all time.
Who'd they pick?
Take a guess, because this is what we did. We guessed, and then we broke it down. I guessed Richard Pryor. I was wrong.
I bet Carlin.
A lot of people guessed Carlin. They were also wrong.
I would say Eddie Murphy, but he does low hanging fruit, like Joe says. All the funniest guys do low hanging fruit. All the boring shadrules do fucking jokes.
Eddie Murphy was in the top 10, but he did not. He was not number one.
It's got to be Seinfeld.
No, believe it or not, it was Robin Williams.
Wow.
Yeah, but it was after Robin Williams, which I understand why some people think that's, some people like that shit. But then it had Chris Rock, and it had Pryor, and it had all those guys like in the top 10. But weird number 6 was Jim Carrey. Jim
Carrey and Robin Williams were not good stand-up comedians.
I didn't like Robin Williams as a comedian at all. I thought he was good in movies, but I didn't like him as a stand-up at all.
Same with Jim Carrey. Great in movies.
Yeah, I mean,
one of them.
No, I mean he had that thing where he did impersonations for a while, but that's like
but they weren't even that fucking good. It was just his mouth could do weird shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was,
it just looked like he was melting while he did it.
Yeah, it's not like, like Kyle Dunnigan, does better impressions of people than,
Yeah.
Even Rich Little. Rich Little could do better. And I fucking hate Rich Little.
Okay, why do you hate Rich Little?
I don't know. I'm not an impressionist. I don't like Johnny Carson. It's like everybody can do Johnny. Or Herbert, and he'd swing the golf club. He just wasn't that good.
Also, a lot of times people are laughing because it sounds like the guy. They're not laughing because the writing is funny. Whereas Kyle Dunnigan, the writing is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Kyle Dunnigan. We were talking about Kyle Dunnigan today. We're like
one of the funniest guys.
Southern Mama is Kyle Dunnigan without the computer expertise. Yeah,
Kyle Dunnigan is fucking probably one of the funniest guys on the internet right now, social media. He's so fucking. It's such his arena to do this. YouTube, his Sylvester Stallone podcast he does with Kurt Metzger. I can't not watch it. It's the hello, I'm Sylvester Stallone, and he writes in a journal. He does Stallonians. He goes Stallonians. Give me a yo. And then everybody starts typing in, yo. You know who goes there? Who I caught in the fucking thing asking questions? Fat JC.
Oh, really?
I'm watching it one night, and little Fat JC was in there asking Sylvester Stallone a question. I was like, what the fuck, this motherfucker? And he wasn't cunty either, like he is on our fucking, in our chat. He was really, but it was, he is so fucking funny.
I try to get him
And
whenever.
Metzger too is funny. I got to give Metzger knows how to play off anything. He really is just really good on that show.
Mhm.
No, I have to watch it.
Oh, dude. Frank Stallone. What's it called, Mush?
Oh, At Home with Stallone.
At Home with Stallone. And Kurt Metzger, and he calls him Kerp. Hey, Kerp. Hey, Kerp. And he's like, my name's Kurt. Yeah, Kerp. That's what I said, Kerp. And he goes, he can bring it up, Bush. And he goes, dude, but he does things from movies. Dude, it's so good. It's so good. Oh, he's so funny, dude.
What's it on?
It's on his channel, man. It's on his YouTube channel. I subscribe to it, and he does At Home with Stallone. And
Pulling it up right now.
he has that he has another girl on it too. I forget her name, but she's a big chubby fucking Southern girl, swears a lot.
Yeah, the Tammy character.
Yeah, is that it?
TNT.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
Okay.
Here it is, right here.
Just trying to add it right now. Sorry, my computer's going slow.
Yeah, because you got to hook up to the Ethernet, dude.
Yeah, you're right. I'm using my Coleco right now.
Kip, you got to help me with. I've got the new movie I want to tell the Stallonians about. I'm in Suicide Squad, and Kirk, I have not read. But Kirk will help me with that one.
Part 2, right?
Part 2, that's right. And in the film, I play a man part of a suicide squad, stopping people from committing suicide.
You mean like a suicide prevention squad?
Yes, suicide prevention squad. If you commit suicide, gotta deal with me.
I don't think that's what it's about. It's not.
Yeah, suicides. You never heard of a suicide squad before? They
Yeah, you saw the first one?
I did not see the film. Did you see that film?
I have to stop for a second so it doesn't.
Hey,
Kerp.
he calls him Kerp. Stallonians. He calls them Stallonians. I fucking want to be a Stallonian so bad. Here's that chick, by the way.
Dude.
Look, I use paper towels sometimes. There is not all the kinds of available toilet paper near me. All right, this is a brother thing.
I'm not happy. Hey.
What?
What?
No, listen. I don't want Kerb for some reason, and you have to explain yourself. Use paper towels. What is this?
He did it.
Yeah, he's an animal. This guy. I invite him to my house. Come on, Kerb.
There's toilet paper right under the sink, and you choose to wipe your ass with paper towels like a fucking pervert.
Sorry, Tim.
Toilet paper right. What are you laughing at? Come on, there's toilet paper right under the sink, Kerb. Come on, don't be an
I'm
animal.
supposed to clean the floors, not unclog the toilets with my hand.
Yeah, you can scrape yourself up there. It's probably like ground beef down there, Kerb. Come on.
Hey, don't invite him over anymore, okay?
I want to apologize to you very much. I'm sorry about this.
That's funny. Kerp.
Dude, Stallone. Stallone. Ah, shit.
I feel like Joe is being held prisoner and he's trying to send signals to people to come free him.
No, I'm having a blast here.
I don't think you are.
I thought you said Frank Stallone, which was his brother. Didn't he have a hit song or something, Frank Stallone?
He had a whole soundtrack on the Staying Alive.
Ah.
Yeah. Played with Richie Sambora in that movie. I know everything.
Wow.
Today's Gabby's birthday. Anybody else wish Gabby a happy birthday? Are you having a stroke, Bobby?
I did wish, no, I'm sorry, I was. I was having a podcast stroke. I just got entranced with Joe Mackey's bland backdrop. I'm hoping a gang kicks that door in and fucking drags him out. Just to spice things up on that end. His apartment is the way I think inside of his brain looks. Just white walls and a gold doorknob. Yes. Happy birthday, Gabby. I did. I wished her a happy birthday. I sent her a little gift.
You did?
So I did. Of course I did.
What did you
Sent
send
Mush
her?
a gift on his birthday too.
No.
I did. Well, I sent it on Christmas, but
Well,
Well,
that's a Christmas gift.
well, we were supposed to go to dinner, but it didn't work out. I was taking him to a nice restaurant,
Yeah,
and then
we can
we
do
didn't
that.
get together because of COVID, and then he went to San Antonio, and then he didn't come back, and then so on Christmas I just gave him a Christmas birthday gift.
Okay. What'd you
I
send
gave him
Gabby?
I sent Gabby a little gifty.
So did I. What did you send her?
I sent her money.
She doesn't need money. You did not send her money.
She does need money. She can't get her money until her father dies.
But he'll give her money if she needs it.
No, she still works. She wants a little cash. She'll go get a drink or go get a fucking dinner or something.
I sent her a
Of course she
kimono.
does. You sent her a what?
A kimono?
Did you see the photo? Did you see her on Instagram today?
I did.
The photo of her?
Mm-hmm.
Mush, did you see that?
Oh.
I mean, it's like, and then she goes on the thing. She goes, I just want it's your job because it's my birthday to have sex with me today. It's like, why are you acting like fucking a chubby girl from Tennessee? You're a hot chick, has money. You can bang guys. I mean, what's wrong with you? Maybe that's my father instinct with her. Did you got it, Mush?
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, she looks amazing.
I mean, I would throw some upgrades up top, but yeah, the rest of it's
You always got a Tampa chick. You always got a St. Peter chick.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna
Fix your nose, get your lips done, and get some bigger
her
tits.
head's okay. I wasn't talking about her head.
I think I like a small titty. Like Patrice used to say, it's like smoking a joint.
I don't like joint titties.
I like a small titty.
Hmm.
I like a small titty with a nipple like a light switch.
Yeah, always down.
Yeah.
Off position.
Yeah, when she takes them out of the bra, they unfold and you hear a sound. Bling. Right, Joe?
Right.
I feel like Joe is only doing this podcast because when he's done, they put the bag back over his head and put him back into the cell.
I don't think this is the real Joe. I think this is a Joe that Joe made.
It's Kyle Dunnigan.
I wish it was.
It would be way funnier.
Yeah, he'd be way funnier. You're just a mean Joe.
Is this an animatronic Joe? There's no back to him. It's just clockwork.
No, I'm a real.
I'll see myself out.
I'm a real person, guys.
All right, well, Joe, this has been great. Thank you for coming on the show.
Well, thank you guys for having me. This has been a blast. Just to sit here with you three and trade barbs. Oh boy, I'm out of practice. I'm rusty, but I'll be back. You better believe it.
Can we get a tour of the apartment?
What?
Can we get a tour of your apartment?
Sure. Here is my kitchen.
Holy shit.
It's all right there.
And there is my other room. Really not that great.
Agreed. You should have a secret door.
At this point, I would
to a bigger apartment.
Well, I'm probably going to try to move soon, but it was better being in Jersey than being in the city during the lockdown.
Yeah,
probably true.
Why don't you move up to Westchester and get rent a house?
That's where comedy goes to die. I'm going to stay down here where I can be in the city.
Bobby's trying to get to rent his house so he can move here.
Well, I think Mush had the right idea, and I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you guys, and stay safe. Take care.
Hey, Joe, I picked door number 2 to go through.
That's the bathroom.
Yeah, go in there.
Okay.
All right, Joe.
Bye,
Take
Joe.
care.
It's weird. You having a stroke?
No, I'm just recovering my thoughts.
He's a weird dude.
Yep.
He's that movie with Robin Williams, where Robin Williams plays a robot that demands to become human.
I think he's more like the movie with Robin Williams and Robert De Niro, where De Niro comes out of that thing for a minute and then goes back into it.
Yeah. I remember Awakenings.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel weird, right? I feel weird.
Yeah. Who booked him?
I did.
I don't feel like it was bad. I just feel like it was weird.
I have to be honest with you. Joe Mackey's one of my favorites. I love Joe Mackey, and I think he's just one of the most unique comics out there. I think he's hilarious. And that's him at the table, though. That's not him, and that wasn't him being any different. I'm sure he's a little more poppy when he comes into your radio show to fill a room.
No, he's exactly the same. It is awkward the entire time, and I like him, so I don't want to shit on him. So I just try to play into his weirdness. Yeah,
yes,
I like him though. He's great. He's
listen.
Yeah,
I think you're right. I love Mackey, and I love that he's that way.
Yeah,
to be honest with you,
and he can't be bullied. He will not succumb to peer pressure. If he doesn't want to say something, he doesn't want to do something. He'll
no, and he isn't dirty. He doesn't even get into those conversations at the table.
Mm-mm.
Like he'll just leave. He'll be like, "Yeah, I'm not into that. Bye." I respect Mackey a lot, and he's hilarious. His podcast with those 2 other idiots was one of my favorites. One of my favorites on the network. They put a lot of work in it. They used to write songs. They used to have a guy. They would write songs, and then they had this guy who works at the cellar perform them.
Colin Smith.
Colin Smith, right? Yeah, and they were really good songs. Like they weren't cheesy. They were fucking great songs. Did you have any of those, Mush?
No, because they took all their stuff down when we moved over to Megaphone. So
stupid.
They were never on YouTube.
So dummy. So dumb. That was one of Keeping Joe was one of my favorite podcasts out there. Never mind on my network. It was one of my favorite podcasts.
Yeah.
I talked to Cannon today. He's here.
Who's that?
Mike Cannon.
Mike. Yeah.
He got in tonight. He's doing I think he's middling tonight. Ryan Long is on stage. I don't know who that is, but it looks like he also was a YouTuber.
He's middling from Ryan Long?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But then he'll start then his shows take over Thursday and Friday and Saturday. Yeah. I think he just got in tonight, so he's doing a spot tonight.
Gotcha.
But then he's coming by tomorrow. And so is another guy, Matt somebody, I forgot his name, who's appearing at the club doing music. He's like a bluesy singer, and evidently he's been on a lot of comedy podcasts, and he has his own comedy podcast. I wish I could remember his name. I would tell
Ryan Long, he does stand up.
Yeah. He's really new. He's more like he's one of those guys who got some heat on some videos on Instagram. I've never seen his stand-up, so I don't know if he's funny or not. But that's him. But his video is, I don't know. I think his sketches are easy, but he's doing it because he knows that's what's going to go viral. So he's not like so I don't know.
I just sent you the chat. Click on that.
Jeff, BL said that she gave me her start on Bennington's show. I mean, I worked with them one time for a little while I was unemployed for about 6 months. I would hardly say she gave me my start, but it's cool. I like her.
You were on Ron Bennington show? The Bennington show?
No, Bennington was off the air here before I got into radio, but they had this girl BL who was a Hooters waitress who they put on the radio who was funny, And then they tried to create a sports radio show with her and 2 other Hooters chicks. And it was on like a low powered AM. And when I got fired from Bubba's show, they hired me to produce their show to try and give it a little bit of shape. And I did a pretty good job with them. I turned it into a pretty good show. And then the company I worked for was like hired me to go do a morning show. So I worked on them for like 6 months. I don't know how she's saying she gave me my start, but that's cool. I think
there are shades of Bill Burr and Joe Machi. I don't know about that.
Maybe him not liking me.
Oh, Joe Machi likes you.
He does. So does Burr. I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
Yeah, we're all. I feel dirty. I was
going to say, I feel like I have to go take a shower now.
Oh, do you want me to play the video? Sorry.
No. Well, go ahead.
Okay. Sorry.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there is actually 72 genders now, which means that men are better than 71 genders. Boys. Yeah, you're right. Carried away. I actually went to a bar that had gender-neutral washrooms, and it's kind of weird because I'm just like taking a shit in a girl's washroom. And there's like these 20-year-old girls looking at me like, what are you doing? I'm like, this is your idea, 20-year-old girls. Pin this on me. You know? And then I came out and I was telling my buddy it was kind of weird, and he goes, dude, this place doesn't have gender-neutral washrooms. You just took a shit in the girl's washroom.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. I don't know anything about the guy.
Look, man, anybody who can lean on their own leg during a set, that's some fucking confidence.
Yeah.
That's a lead singer fucking stance.
Yeah.
That's what lead singers do when they fucking, I can take you higher.
He's Creed and he's 2 Princes. What was the name of that band?
Spin Doctors.
Spin Doctors. He's Creed Doctors.
Creed Doctors. Yeah. All right, guys. Well,
no more Joe Machi weirded out this show.
Yeah, we're all we don't know how to end it. Like,
I'll end it. I'm going to end it right now by telling you guys that my friend Bobby Kelly is on the road and doing comedy dates. And on Saturday, he's going to be in Point Pleasant at Uncle Vinny's, where all the greats have been, like the great Andrew Dice Clay. And now Bobby will be there on Saturday the 13th. And maybe all the Goombas from Jersey will come by and see him, like Juicehead Vinny and Paulie Donuts. And then Thursday the 18th and Friday the 19th, Bobby travels to the complete opposite of Point Pleasant, New Jersey, and that is Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Mormons, where he'll be at Wise Guys. And then the following week, on the 26th to the 28th, in Greenville, South Carolina, where he bumped Southern Mom at the Comedy Zone. And then on Friday, April 2nd and Saturday, April 3rd, Cleveland, Ohio at Hilarities with a special one show only on April 1st. April Fool's Day. Thursday, April 8th, McHenry, Illinois at the McHenry Indoor Theater. Friday, April 9th in Chicago at the Laugh Factory. And then, ladies and gentlemen, introducing a city in Chicago and in Illinois that none of us ever heard of, Lombard. On Saturday, April 10th, he'll be at the Afterlife Music Hall for a religious experience. And then on Sunday, the 18th, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania, at the Mock Chunk Opera House. As if naming the whole city after a old-ass Indian athlete wasn't good enough, they had to throw in a Mock Chunk. And that's where you can see my friend Bobby, and you can check him out at robertkellylive.com. And then Mush is going to be in San Antonio with Big J. Okerson at the Hairy Nipple Club. I don't know the name of it.
Well, that's its old name. Now it's called the Laugh Out Loud.
Oh.
The 18th and 20th. And I might be with Bobby in South Carolina, right?
This Terry Lyle being a cunt again.
It's actually good. It's a good joke. You better hope Southern Mama doesn't want to play Lombard, Illinois.
I hope he does. I'll middle for him so then he can just go up and bomb like he did in Just for Laughs, and then blame it on the colors.
If you ever had to go up before him, you should just go up as Southern Dad.
No, just go up as fucking Billy the Bass Man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, what if he did that as a joke, but it was so over that you were forced to take it on the road with him?
What do you mean?
Like if he got out there and be like, "Hey, I'm Billy Bassman. Where are you going?" And then by the end of it, everybody's chanting, "Where are you going? Where are you going?" And Southern Mom was like, "Dude, I got 6 fucking dates. I'll give you 10 grand." And you were like, "Fuck, now I got to do this shit because it's the only way to make money."
I wouldn't be fuck at all. I'd be like, you'd be doing the Calta and Billy show.
And what would you say? You'd look at the crowd and you'd say, "What?
Where are we going?" Well, I tell you, we were going to the bank, you sons of bitches, because I don't swear no more. I got to keep it clean because my friend said, "Yo, you live in the Bible Belt?" I said, "Son, I live in the buckle." Where are we going?
Oh. And on that note, see you guys.
Bye.